It's Tom and Todd's Face Off on WRKO.com. Brought to you by Chamonix, the science of beautiful skin.
Hey, guess what? March Madness, bracket madness, you got all that madness going on. You come to Tom and Todd Face Off for March clarity, March
Total
sanity.
Tom and clarity, absolutely.
WRKO.com.
Romney can't seem to close the deal, coming in third in both Alabama and Mississippi. Is Newt right? Is he a weak frontrunner?
Oh, absolutely, Newt is right. He's a weak front runner, but he is the front runner and he still has some things going for him. This is not the end of the road for Mitt Romney in any way, shape, or form, but it makes the road more difficult. It's a bumpier road than Mitt is used to. I think he was expecting the SUV would just glide all the way to Tampa in the nomination, but there's no glide here. Rick Santorum keeps putting some potholes in the road, and Santorum's been pretty impressive, as has Gingrich, as has Paul.
I'll tell you, this might be the year the networks fire all their pundits and just bring babies in and let them throw food and see where it lands to make predictions, because the pundits get everything wrong, and they keep telling us Mitt's the inevitable nominee, and after Michigan, after Ohio, after whatever it is, he's going to dominate, and then he never dominates.
Never dominates.
So maybe we're going to cruise into a convention where nobody's the winner and we get to fight it out in an arena in Tampa. That sounds like fun.
A Lynn English High School student is causing a stir after saying she was offended that an administrator asked her to remove her t-shirt that read, "All the cool girls are lesbians." Is she right? Does she have a right to free speech? The mayor thinks so.
Yeah, I'll tell you what she has a right to, being taken out back and whipped. And that's what we need more of in the public schools, the coddling that goes on. She writes a letter, this kid. She wears a t-shirt about all the cool girls are lesbians, right? And that, the ACLU wants to sue because the school tells her to cover it up and the mayor caves in on it because lesbians have to be treated like everybody else. Just get rid of the ability of the kids to express themselves in any way. Tape their mouths shut with little remote controls so the teachers can let them talk if they want. Take away the powers that adults have from kids and let them get educated instead of just learn how they have a right to do everything wrong.
It is absolutely insane what's going on up there. And of course, we had a texter to our show that wondered about the outcry if the message had said all the smart kids are white. Now, of course, there'd be a huge outcry.
Jesse
right?
Jackson would be here.
So here's the deal. Todd's right. You're going to have to let adults be the adults here, and the children don't get, and that's what they are, children. They don't get to state everything they think or feel, every impulse that comes into their mind. And by the way, the fact that the student took offense, taking offense these days seems to be the growth industry in the United States of America. I am offended that these students have any presumption that whatever they see, feel, say, think is all of a sudden an utterance that has to be respected. Drop dead, learn the math, learn the history, learn the English, and then we'll talk later when you get a little older.
Of course, they have to find someone to teach them all that. I guess they can do it online.
Gas prices are approaching $4 per gallon in some places. What can Obama do to make the prices go down before Election Day?
Well, there are 3 or 4 things, and Newt Gingrich gave
resign.
Newt Gingrich gave
The
a
world
nice
would
little
celebrate.
blueprint. Accelerate some of the permits that are being sought for Gulf drilling, ANWR up in Alaska, Keystone Pipeline, a whole series of other things. When the president claims that there's been an increase in drilling, it's happening on private lands up in North Dakota and South Dakota.
With permits issued during the Bush administration years as well.
There's a lot of...
he's working to cut down the amount of supply all the time. And they admit, he talks about how supply and demand works. He just doesn't admit that adding supply would help. And it's ludicrous. The president could instantly start to drive down the cost of gasoline by adopting an approach and announcing he's going to do this, where we maximize our opportunity. We have hundreds of billions of barrels of oil that we don't even count as being available that we could start tapping into. That's another incredible, what do we call this?
Face Off,
Face
baby.
Off. Tom and Todd, WRKO.com.